Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to take a look in the Soulforge and tell you what I think is worth crafting in there and what you should possibly avoid. As well as that, I'll be looking at this new Glory Troop Boatswain Bar. Anyway, what did the American football coach say to the broken vending machine? Give me my quarterback! Get it? Good, isn't it? Not really. Monday morning. It's a bad joke. Anyway, Boatswain Bar, a Black Hawk epic, available for 400 glory from the weekly glory shop. And his spell is North Star. Absolutely fantastic. I'm in a guild called North Star. Really cool. Looking for a couple of new players at the moment. The guild is unlocked, so jump in if you're on a PlayStation. Some really cool players here. We get the legendary tasks done nice and early, we get all the world events done and everything else, as well as do really cool things like finish third in the world on PlayStation on Tower of Doom, things like that. Anyway, North Star is his spell, and he explodes a gem and destroys its row and column, then creates 3 booty gems. So exploding a gem is going to explode the gem that you target, as well as all the ones around it, and then cause a line, vertically and horizontally. Kind of like a star shape, hence the name, to create mana for your team. Then creates 3 booty gems. Booty gems are nothing fantastic, they cannot be matched, they can't gain mana, but they can be destroyed or exploded via other spells, and when you do that you gain 10 gold for each one. So maybe viable in some sort of spell, some sort of team rather, for gold purposes. Traits are allied rogues gain 2 life, gain 2 bonus gold on 4 or 5 gem matches, and gain bonus blue mana from blue gem matches. Yeah, okay, not too bad, but nothing special either. An okay mana gen, 12 cost for that is mid-range. I would say that's about 5 out of 10. Whilst we're here, I do like to grab some Spores of War at the same time. You can grab 10 of those a week. More keys, more stuff, especially treasure maps. We all love treasure maps. We need hundreds of them, if not thousands of them. Anyway, let's jump into the Soulforge and see what's going on there. Right, let's start with the weapons first. I'm only going to do the ones that are here as new ones. All these ones that are here all the time, like these, are in my Soulforge Extra video, which I'll put in the link below so you can check them out if you've not seen it before and wondering what those ones are all about. Otherwise, I'm going to repeat myself every single week and no one wants that. Right, Captain's Cutlass, let's have a look. Deals magic-based damage to an enemy, boosted by rogue allies. Then create a mix of 6 blue and red gems for each rogue ally. Uses purple and brown, creates blue and red. So make sure those other rogue allies, at least a couple of them at least, use blue and red to benefit from all that lovely mana gen. Pirate's Signet. Deals magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by Black Hawk allies. Then create a mix of 6 blue and red gems for each Black Hawk ally this time. So very similar to the other one, but works in a slightly different way on different colours. Uses purple and brown, generates blue and red. Again, similar to the other one, just make sure you have at least a couple of your team that use blue and red if they're from a Black Hawk. Rose's Pistol. Deals magic +1 true damage to an enemy. If Bonnie Rose is on the team, gain 40 gold. So that's going to be good. In a gold-based team where your damage is boosted by gold gain, for example. Nothing too fantastic though, but these are okay weapons. These two here are really good for getting mana gen if your team works with those colours properly. What else we got? We've got a Frost Sword. Deals damage to the first enemy, deal triple damage if they use red mana. So really effective if you're a newer player and you're fighting a all-red team, for example. Not bad at all. Triple damage. Ocean's Protector. Really good, this one. Eliminates all armor from an enemy. So even on those high-level delves, for example, and things like that, you're going to eliminate all the armor straight away. Then gain life equal to armor eliminated and submerge all allies. Really, really good. Do like that one a lot. Flintlock of Black Hawk. Remove all blue gems with no effect. They're just taking away all those blue gems, then deal magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by the gems removed. If the enemy is from Black Hawk, if the battle is in Black Hawk, deal double damage. So this is kind of like the anti-Black Hawk weapon in a way, because blue is a colour they like the most. And these ones are here all the time. Doomed Chris. Good if you're a high level player, not so good if you're new to the game and can't get this thing powered up. Deals magic based damage to the last enemy, boosted by purple gems. If they have a doom, deal double damage. There's a 3% chance per temporary level to kill the enemy. So on a low level, without getting this tempered at all, that's a 3% chance. That is just hardly ever going to work. But on a good level, when you've got this on, say, plus 10, that becomes a 30% chance. So that is actually ends up really good. Hence why it's really good if you're a experienced player and you can get this thing leveled up. But if you can't and you don't have the scrolls to get this thing tempered, then yeah, I'd leave it for now. Nothing too fantastic. Right, hey, let's have a look at the troops then in this scary new fella that's going to be here. All right, I'm going to do this first because there is a very important troop in the purple summoning stones that you are going to absolutely want to get. If you're a newer player and you haven't got Leprechaun, spend some summoning stones, get Leprechaun. It's absolutely one of the best troops in the game, which may sound funny, but he is so handy at generating mana and getting a fast start. You'll be amazed at the difference he makes to the speed of your game. Starts battles with full mana, explodes magic-based green gems boosted by his gold, then gains 20 gold, which means he explodes more gems the next turn if you get to cast him again. Absolutely essential troop in the game. Fantastic. Thrall is here as well. Thrall is also an excellent mana generator, but it is based on your magic. If your magic isn't as high, you're going to destroy less gems. So he's good, but he's not as good as Leprechaun. Right, so let's start at the bottom and work our way up, and let's take a look at Ctharrasque. That's what I'm calling him anyway. Funny load of letters, but I'm going to call him Ctharrasque. Right, I need 2 orbs of power to get this thing powered up. So I'll have 2 of them. Thank you very much. Let's go back to Matey Boy. Let's craft him. Kaboosh! In the bag. Right, so what does this fella do? Kills an enemy, but like Zul'Goth, just kills someone absolutely outright. Less mana cost though, just 30. Then create 6 curse gems, 6 yellow giant gems, and 6 fairy fire gems. So not creating skulls afterwards, and that can work against you, those extras afterwards, but Zul'Goth is exactly the same. Sometimes he annihilates the enemy with more skulls, sometimes he sets them up. It's the roll of the dice, but you do get to kill an enemy absolutely outright. Very good indeed. And he's impervious, immune to all status effects, devour, lycanthropy, and mana burn, and gain 5 to all skill points when matching skulls. So a similar set of traits to Zul'Goth at the same time. Looking forward to having a go with that skinny little runt later. Well, skinny? He's not skinny, he's just not got much meat on his bones, has he? Anyway, not talking about that. Right, let's look at these mythics. Let's start with the ones at the bottom. Ishtara. Deals magic-based damage to all enemies, creates 9 yellow gems boosted by blessed allies. So damage to all and a decent amount of yellow generated, and it uses yellow, which means it can self-charge and do it again. In a yellow storm, there's a high chance to work, and that is the best way to use it. Not bad traits either. Reduce damage from skulls by 40%, and a 50% chance to bless a random ally when my turn begins are the best of the traits. Not bad at all, but not outrageous. Zillapochtali. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by purple gems, and if there's a storm, deal double damage. If the enemy dies, create 12 skulls. So good and bad at the same time. Yes, you can get double damage, but it's still not that much. And if the enemy dies, create 12 skulls, which could set up the opposition. It's like, yeah, okay. I think that is pretty bad, actually. I've changed my mind. Anyway, traits. Inflicting a death mark when doing skull damage. Immune to poison, disease, lycanthropy, and death mark. And deal 12 damage to a random enemy when matching yellow gems is probably one of the best things about it. And that's not saying too much, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, Zelo. Champion of Guard. Gains a huge amount of armor. And if there's 13 or more skulls, give double the armor. Then create a mix of 22 blue and red gems. Now, it does sound like an awful lot of red and blue, but they have a habit of just not matching sometimes, which is really annoying. A bit like Stonehammer. That does a big mix of things as well, and the amount of times it doesn't match is unbelievable, even though there's a really big amount of them. But one of those things that when it works, it's good. When it doesn't work, it's an absolute pain, and apart from that, it's just gaining armor. All red allies gain 1 to all stats at the start of each turn is okay. Reduced damage from skulls by 60% and reduced damage from spells by 50% are 2 really good traits though. So a extremely defensive troop with some potential for mana gain. Tian Yi deals magic-based heavy splash damage to an enemy and stuns all affected enemies. Deal double damage if my attack is greater, and then summon 1 to 3 monkey disciples. So not a bad spell, and I've got a summon as well, which is pretty handy. But I do like the third trait, monkey magic. Steal 2 magic from the first enemy at the start of my turn, and half enemy gem masteries is pretty decent as well. That's going to slow down the rate which enemies gain mana. Right, let's take a look at the legendaries ever so quickly. I saw one down here earlier, was there? Yeah. The Guardian Dragon. Deal magic +1 damage to all enemies and gain 5 armor. Yep, nothing fantastic about that. Plenty of other troops which do a similar thing. Don't generally recommend crafting legendaries. You're going to pick them up in chests a lot easier than what you find mythics, so save your diamonds for that is my advice, unless it's someone absolutely outrageous. And Tinseltail is good, but not outrageous. Give all allies 4 magic with a 50% chance for each of the following. So a 50% chance for each of these to happen. All can happen, all may not happen. Deal magic +1 damage to all enemies, explode 8 random gems, and give all allies 43 life, or magic +1 life. And all those things can happen, remember, and when it does, it actually makes him pretty good. But Fairy Fire a random enemy when matching green gems is really good as well. Fairy Fire troops gain an extra 50% damage from incoming spells, and that can be really effective. Queen Titania deals magic +2 damage to all enemies, boosted by red enemies and allies, and if there are 13 or more red gems, gain an extra turn, and Fairy Fire a random enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches. So again, very powerful in the correct team. Celestasia creates 9 gems of a chosen ally's mana colour, cleanse and give 40 life to them, or magic +2. In this case, it's 40 for me. So yeah, not that great anymore. Gain a barrier on 4 or 5 gem matches is okay. And I think that is it. So who gets my super coveted, not mythic of the week? It's not going to be Tian. It can't be champion of Godzilla. Plotchley's rubbish. It was going to have to be Ishtara. Damage to all enemies, the chance to generate loads of mana and do it all over again. Nice third trait as well. Good second trait. Ishtara is my mythic of the week. Well, there it is. There's the video for this Soulforge this week. Got my world event team coming up a little bit later on. Be sure to catch that if you fancy it. But other than that, thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.